Let's head back to the voicemail of Truth and Reason.
I think I found somebody who would be a perfect defensive coordinator, and that's Jim Leonhard. And I think that the way how he connects with his football players, I think it's really, really special. So I think he'll be a great DC for the Browns.
All right, was the interim head coach at Wisconsin. Luke Fickell got that job. I would rather have a veteran guy. I'm with you. I want the Bill Callahan of the defense.
Well, I mean, it's all about, if you hire Jim Leonhard to be the defense coordinator, it's all about who you hire or who you have him hire to be his assistants and his staff, right? Like, does he have the part of this is like, hey, does Jim Leonhard have the connections to get some experienced guys? Because sometimes you do, right? Who would have thought Mike Pettin would have been able to get Kyle Shanahan on his staff? I don't know how that happened in 2014, but somehow Mike Pettin had that connection. That's pretty much why Mike Pettin got hired back then. So it's about the connections. Who does Jim Leonhard know? Because if he's going to come here and say, I'm going to bring a bunch of dudes from Wisconsin to be the assistant coaches, no, thank you. We've done that, but I do like his profile. I do like that he's a former player and all the things he did at Wisconsin. It's a different game in the NFL, but he's been an NFL veteran for a very long time. Long-time special teamer. He's been in Cleveland. And, if we need somebody to return a punt, Jim Leonhard is 100% one of the greatest all-time possession punt returners in NFL history. Remember we was having all those problems and Jim Leonhard was on the team? Nobody could catch a punt, and they just threw Jim Leonhard back there, catch it fairly and don't move. That's all Jim Leonhard. He could coach special teams. Honestly, that's all we need on special teams. If Jim Leonhard wants to do that too, so maybe let's not limit ourselves to Jim Leonhard being on this staff as a defensive coordinator. Maybe he could be the special teams coordinator because again, his expertise in the NFL was special teams. I don't think that would be a tricky transition for him. And Jim Leonhard, if you are tired of the risk we take on these return games, I promise you, Jim Leonhard will get that ball to the 25 every time it is possible to get it to the 25 because that was his game.